Hello students, welcome again in our video lesson. In the last video lesson we have discussed about the ions and the radicals, and online class also we have discussed it in details. Today I will show you how to make the chemical formula by using the polyatomic ions and also the ions. Okay, so let us see how to make a chemical formula with the example, a very simple example. If you start chemical formula, okay, if I write a chemical formula, make a chemical formula of sodium chloride, sodium carbonate. Sodium carbonate. Okay. So first of all, what we have to write? We have to write the symbol of sodium Na. Valency is 1 plus, or plus 1 you can write, and carbonate is CO3. Okay. And what is the valency of this carbonate? It is 2 minus. Okay, or you can write minus and the last also 2 minus or 1 plus, like this. As you wish you can write. Now, to make chemical formula, what we have to do? We have to do crisscross like this. So it will become Na to become this side, Na2CO3. So in this way we have to make a formula of sodium carbonate. Okay. Similarly, if you want to make a formula of sodium bicarbonate or hydrogen carbonate, how will you write? So first of all, you have to write the symbol of sodium, again 1 plus, and bicarbonate. Bicarbonate means it is H polyatomic HCO3. Okay. Now its valency is also minus 1. So when you do the crisscross, it will become NaHCO3. Okay. In this way you have to make the formula of sodium bicarbonate. Okay. Now we will do the make the formula sodium ammonium hydroxide. Ammonium hydroxide. Okay. So if you want to make the formula of ammonium hydroxide, again you have to write the symbol of ammonia is NH4. It is 1 plus, and hydroxide is OH. Okay, it is 1 minus hydroxide. So when you write the formula, it will become NH4 OH. The formula of ammonium hydroxide, NH4 OH. In this way you can make enormous formula. For that we have to remember these radicals and ions, their valencies. If you remember, you can easily make the formula. Okay. Now if you want to make formula of calcium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide. So calcium is Ca 2 plus, again hydroxide is OH 1 minus. So when we do the crisscross, it will become CaOH. Whole. Why I have written whole 2? Because hydroxide is together OH. So if 2 comes to this side, it will become whole 2. Okay. So it will become formula of CaOH whole 2. In this way, we will have to make the chemical formula. For this, obviously, we have to remember all these things. Okay. So I hope all of you have understood how to make a chemical formula. now, next topic of our today's discussion is significance of valency. Significance of valency. So, all of you know valency means it is a combining capacity or combining power of an element, atom of an element. So, in term of number, hydrogen atom, it can be defined as number of hydrogen atom that can combine with one atom of an element forming a compound with hydrogen. Okay, so when one atom of hydrogen combined with another atom of another element, it forms a hydrogen compound. Okay, so the number of charge that a radical carries, it is same as that of the valency. Okay, means valency is the same as that it carries the charge also. Valency help to signify in the derivation of chemical formula of a compound. So valencies are also helpful in derivation of chemical formula. So valency based on hydrogen atom, if we see, valencies of element and radicals can be derived from chemical formula of a compound. It is specially true for element and radicals also that combine with hydrogen to form compounds. For such compound, the valency of the element of or the radical is given by the number of hydrogen atoms that combined or replace one atom of of the element to the atom of the compound. So when hydrogen combined with another element, it always lose again one electron. Okay. Suppose if we see the formula of hydrogen chloride, so it is H and Cl. Hydrogen is 1 plus, right? 1 minus. If you do this first, it will become HCl. Okay, it will become HCl. So there only one hydrogen atom involves, thus the valency of chlorine is also 1. Similarly, the hydrogen when react with a compound nitric acid, suppose if hydrogen combined with hydrogen is a compound of nitric acid, means this hydrogen reacts with what? Nitrate, that is NO3. Now see, when it combines together again, nitrate is what? The valency of nitrate is again how much? It is 1 minus. So it is 1 minus 1 plus. So when you do the crisscross, it will become HNO3. Okay. So in this way we see hydrogen also reacts with other elements or radicals to form a compound by sharing or one electrons between them. So many examples you can see here. Molecule of compounds of hydrogen are H2O is water, means 2 atoms of hydrogen combines with 1 atom of oxygen. So the valency of hydrogen is 1 and that is of oxygen is 2. Ammonia NH3, there is 3 hydrogen atoms combined with 1 nitrogen atom. So the valency of nitrogen is 3 and hydrogen is 1. Similarly, H2SO4, if you say 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 sulfate radicals, that means the valency of sulfate radical is 2, whereas hydrogen is 1. Okay, so in this way, every element, not only hydrogen, all the elements combine with another element or radicals or ions to form a compound with the help of their valency. Okay, so the number of valency means it is also the number of charge that element or radical carries. Okay, so in this way we have to write the chemical formula and chemical. The next is the periodic table. The next topic is the periodic table. Very important, and this I think periodic table I have given you in the holiday homework also. All of you have made it very nicely, I have seen periodic table. Periodic table. What is periodic table? Periodic table means it is the chart in which elements are arranged in increasing order of their atomic number in different uh, columns and rows. Okay, so a periodic table has like this. Okay, I've drawn the simple way. So these vertical columns, are called groups, whereas these horizontal rows are called periods. Okay, there are total number of 7 periods in the periodic table and 18 number of groups in the periodic table. 18 groups in the periodic table. So all the 118 elements which are known to us today are arranged in this periodic table. Okay, so you have to just write the symbol in the periodic table. Suppose in the first group, first period, it is the hydrogen. In the 18 group, first period, it is the helium, then lithium. Here is argon, neon. Then argon, like this. Here is fluorine, chlorine, bromine. Like these elements are arranged in this periodic table. All elements, you can find the name of these elements in the periodic table. You have seen it in your book. It is also given periodic table. Okay. So the horizontal rows are called periods and the vertical columns are called groups. 18 groups are there and 7 periods are there in the periodic table. So you may have a question in your mind that how these elements are arranged in this periodic table. It's very important to know, but we will not discuss much detail about it, because these elements are arranged in the periodic table on the basis of their atomic number, and when we bifurcate this atomic number in different shells according to the atomic structure, electronic configuration we have to know. That we will study in your class 8 in details, how the elements, atomic number of elements is electronically configured in different shells. On that basis, number of valence, number of electron in the outermost shell, number of shells they occupy. On that basis, we arrange the elements in this periodic table. So we will see in your next class, that is in class 8, not in detail here. So just you have to know this about the basic things about the periodic table, and some of the elements you can learn also from in which group and which period they are belong to, because it will help you to give short type questions. Okay. So hopefully I think all of you have understood what I told you in this video lesson. I think I am able to explain you all the things properly in this chapter. So almost we have completed this chapter. In the next video lesson, we will discuss few question and answers from this chapter. Okay. So thank you students for watching this video. See you again in the next video lesson and also in the next video class. Thank you very much.